Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh. So here we are. Got that. The pen still works. We got all that figured out. I think we're ready to go live. Hey, folks. Tab in India here at Alliance Crossroads, saying hey to you for our November live stream. So we pushed this back a week back because we figured that while everybody was driving to their family, they wouldn't be able to check out our live stream, particularly because we were driving to our families. So it's it's difficult to live stream on the highway. Not that we're not going to try someday, but
for legal reasons, we're not going to try.
Yeah, for now. Anyway, so we have some updates to the place. Nice. We finagled the studio a little bit. Hope you guys like it. Lots of different updates that we're going to tell you about a couple of times throughout this live stream. Some of it is very exciting, and I can't wait to share it with you. But so. Gotta catch up with you guys. Lots of stuff happened. It has been a crazy month for both of us, especially this guy. I have been on the road, including the Thanksgiving stuff, on the road almost continuously. So I can't look at that calendar anymore because I have it all updated because we updated everything here. Man! So right after the live stream with you guys, we went out to the wonderful Castle game at Minnesota. And guys, we had such a blast. Both of us PC'd. We still got all those wonderful shots that you would love to see, but we're not going to be able to get those produced for you until at least March or April. We're doing our best, guys, but there's a lot of footage to get through. So we're going to tease you right now with some beautiful footage of that castle. Let's go to it. Yeah. So
pretty. Look at it.
Here we are. We've got this is the Minnesota Castle. This is a early morning pre-sunrise shot. They did such a good job of dressing their castle and using it as a play area. It was an amazing experience, and I really liked catching this drone shot because of how those circles popped.
Oh yeah, and I mean the drone doesn't even do it justice. They were so bright and gave such an ambiance, and the red lights on the walls that when you're sitting up in it and it's bouncing off that white stone, it was so cool.
It is awesome. Very, very cool. So Haley just dropped Minnesota's website in the chat, and if you check the chat right next to it, there's this little jar thing. I think we figured out the jar. So if one of the viewers out there could just hit a like button on one of our media things, be it the YouTube here or the Facebook there, I think a thingy's supposed to drop. So when that does, we'll make a whole big deal, and it might even show what happened, I think. So here's hoping, again, more updates. So we're probably going to let this footage loop twice so while we talk about how awesome the experience at Minnesota was.
There's a lot to say.
Take it away. This was your first castle game. It was my second. What'd you think?
My first castle game and my first always dogs, and my biggest game that I ever PC'd. I've NPC'd some really large events, but this was the biggest game that I've ever played. And also the first time that I've traveled somewhere.
Look at all those people, man.
I know. And it's the first time I've traveled somewhere and not known anybody on staff, which was a little unnerving for me because usually I know at least a couple people on staff. But it was such a, I'm not going to use this word lightly, magical experience. Getting to live and play in the castle, getting to walk out the castle doors and just head off into the wilderness to do whatever you've been told to do was such an amazing event. And also just the landscape there is so nice for LARPing. Hills, but not too big of hills, flat open fields, wide open woods. You can dodge around and hide behind a tree. I did that several times. And just their plot team did a kick-ass job. They knocked it out of the park. Mm-hmm. I wanted to go do it again, but I just have to wait till next year.
Yeah, we gotta wait until next year. I had a blast. It was my first time PCing in about a decade.
Yeah, my first time PCing with you actually too. Yeah,
it's been a while. It was cool being able to see the people that I see all the time, but only in like small chunks because I'm usually NPCing, especially out there. On the road, I've done nothing but NPC while shooting all of the episodes and stuff. So to get out there in my own little garb and to it was an enjoyable experience. I had some excellent interactions with some folks and some challenging interactions that helped me grow as a person, and I think helped a couple folks there. Again, guys, look at that crowd. Such a wonderful group of people, and we have, as I'm looking at that, you have incoming owners, outgoing owners, new owners. Atlanta was represented there. Tennessee, in us, we were represented. New Minnesota owners. Who else was out there this year?
Were there Chicago a couple owners there? Yes, Chicago was out there.
I believe so, yes. And it was just a great, good large event. Again, to play in those battlements and to work around that castle, we were still trying to tune our night vision equipment, unfortunately, for this shot. It did not go the way we wanted it to. Happy news is we got the night vision figured out for the closer, for the Crossroads closer. It took us all year. We broke 2 different night vision cameras. But now we got one that we think works, and we can't wait to show you what we got going there. But we had an absolute blast at Minnesota. It was a crazy month because, man, like, I think I put 10,000 miles on the car in 30 days easily. And
Minnesota itself was a crazy event for me because it was a surprise that I got to go play.
Thanks to you guys, by the way.
Absolutely. So I think I pre-registered, prepped, packed, and made sure my costume and kit were good to go all in like 4 days.
Yep.
And then drove up there and played the game for the weekend, which was a fantastic experience, and 10 out of 10 would do again, even at that short of a notice. I would do it again.
There's something to be said for just saying F it and going on a road trip.
Yeah.
Especially, if you have the weekend off. Why not? Especially if you got a whole bunch of friends that want to see it and make sure it happens. So
that's how I started my LARP career. Actually, was just that. Why not? I got the weekend off. Let's go do it. And here I am. I'm stuck here.
I thought I was going to a party. Turns out I was. It's just not the party I thought. So we went out to Minnesota, had an absolute blast.
Yeah, the new owners are fantastic. The old owners did a great job of like handing over the torch. And the new owners actually one of the new owners came out to our closer, and shout out to Nate. You're a really cool dude.
Yeah, Nate, you came out to the closer. Thank you so much for coming out. Again, Kelly is the Atlanta owner. She also is a regular at Crossroads. It's really cool when different chapter owners bounce around and support each other's games and experiences, because you share them with each other, and it's when 2 people are working at the same macro level, but one of them doesn't have responsibility, and you're just kind of like an observer and be like, well, I've seen it happen this way. Do with it what you will. Or like, that's a bear trap that you might not know you're sticking your tongue into. Here's a way out. But always a blast to see the community growing, and I believe that castle event was bigger than the last one. I don't have
looks bigger.
Perfect head count. It felt bigger.
It felt bigger. It looks bigger.
I had an absolute blast. We're going to do everything we can to get out there next year.
Maybe with more people.
Hopefully with more people. And in the next couple of months, we might have some surprises that will help us get more people out there. But not until
Those are teasers for later live streams.
Not until that motor turns on. So what we got next? So this was a crazy week. Okay, so we went from Minnesota.
Yes.
Before we left for Minnesota, I made a post. It was in a response to just a random, hey, we're interested in LARP. And I was like I always do, if I see somebody on the Facebooks or on the YouTubes or on the whatever, I'll throw them a link to one of our videos. So I threw them a link to one of our videos. Well, that link, while I was in Minnesota with this one, that link turned into a cocoon. And by Monday, it hatched into a butterfly of an email.
an email that we thought was 100% a scam.
Yeah, an email.
I did not believe this email.
An email that when I gave them my email, I did not give them the Crossroads email. Sorry, guys, if you're watching. Probably not. But so this email turns out was from a guy named Anthony Padilla. So some of you younger viewers of the Crossroads channel and LARPers out there who haven't heard, you're like, what? Him?
Yeah.
But guys like me, we were like, what? Who?
Yeah. And he might also be better known by some of the my generation of YouTube watchers as one of the previous co-hosts of Smosh.
Yes.
That's the big one. And he went on to be very successful on his own.
So then I had to go into like vague book mode because I wasn't sure what I was allowed to say, and I still wasn't sure it was real. But in between the week of Minnesota to the next weekend, we had to prep for the Appalachian Renn Faire held on the Crossroads site. Let's see if we can't jump right to that reel right now and give you a little preview and a little show off of how it went.
It went largely.
It went very well. So this is a shot of us backing off of onto the back of the site.
Yeah, top left there you see our parking lot.
Yeah.
Not even nearly as full as it will get. I think that's all staff.
Yeah. Well, that is a large portion of that is the Patreons. That is the full parking lot. Our parking lot is full of staff and handicap. But we filled and emptied that parking lot a couple times over both days of the Renaissance Fair. It was bigger than last year, and by some were saying over 1,000 people bigger than last year. We got, as you can see, lines almost to the road. I've never seen that many people on the Crossroads site. It was incredibly rewarding to see and to support. We ourselves at Crossroads were able to contribute actually a part of the fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to describe that experience?
They are now known as the infamous Trash Goblins. Because this was held on our site, we did have access to our entire NPC camp, so we were able to throw our volunteers into different garb pieces throughout the weekend. The most requested and I think most loved of all of those being the goblin masks that we sent out on our NPCs to actually just take out the trash. But I mean, I've never seen more people excited to see a goblin.
Yeah, we kind of camped it up a little bit, and the spiel was, as we're getting a wonderful time-lapse walkthrough of the entire fair as it's going on, as you're seeing the jousters warming up, and all these wonderful vendors, the fairies, all of the stuff that was going on our LARP site, guys. We get to LARP there, and they get to run a Renn Faire there. Folks who have permanent sites link up with local organizations that do the same themey stuff you do, get you a partner, and this organization helps my organization do stuff like that. So yeah, as we're looking at these shots of the Renn Faire this year, it helps us grow like all these larger events, and we're looking at putting one in the springtime that isn't the Renn Faire. Something more dirt themed.
More dirt themed.
But you know, more on that later. But as we develop this site, events like this, you know, like our events. The LARP events themselves, they keep the lights on and they keep people interested, and they definitely keep me alive. But they don't bring in that much money as when you're looking at like building.
Nobody
buildings.
Gets into LARP to make money.
It's true. So having a larger event and particularly a nonprofit to work with in the Renn Faire and to support helps us grow and helps us gives us the ability to add site amenities at a faster rate than we thought was possible. And if you guys have something to do next year that isn't the Denver event or isn't the Atlanta event, again, come on up and hang out with us at the Appalachian Renn Faire. It is a great time. Over there, over India's head over there is my knighthood from the Duchy of Appalachia. They knighted me.
Right there.
Hair flip. Again, thanks to all the cast and staff of the Appalachian Renn Faire. Guys, I had a blast helping you out this year, and I can't wait to see what we do next year. So yeah, talking of getting support and helping us grow this thing, why don't we shoot that to a wonderful segue to
Patreon.
It's our Patreon page.
Patreon.
Check it out, guys. Patreon. I still haven't seen any of those coins dropped. I swear it was working earlier and it hasn't. But anyway, so Patreon page. Here we go. This is what we got. Haley, why don't you talk us through what we got?
I'm sorry, who am I?
Haley. Oh my God. Haley is in the other room, and I was just reading her chat. So
she's laughing from the living room.
India,
yes.
What do you got?
So this is our Patreon. Patreon, for those of you who don't know what it is a monthly donation subscription system platform thing. We have tiers from $5 to $100. Every tier that you get allows you to get that dollar amount in goblin stamps. So whatever the goblin stamp transaction for the donation monthly, you'll get that, so you can use those at Alliance Crossroads. Every tier you also get a annual membership, so that's your membership you have to pay separate from your game fees. When you start getting into the higher tiers, though, you get cool swag like a mug,
yeah,
a hoodie, a t-shirt. You get things like the plot team helping you make a custom magic item. You get to play Crossroads for free. You get customizable
for the tier of Orc and above.
Orc and above, which is $50 a month, and then $100 a month.
Yeah.
Those are those higher tiers.
Yeah.
Plus everything that you get at a lower tier as well.
Heck yeah.
And when you get to the $100, the War Chief tier, you get a special plot line that we will work with you to develop, whether it be from your character's backstory, or if you have a really cool idea and you just want to see it on stage, we will work with you to integrate your ideas, your monsters, your plot line into our game for $100 a month.
That's right, folks. And as I deftly switch between all of the buttons, see the new camera setup is, the camera, guys, is right in front of the button that I have to push.
Yeah.
So as I'm looking at you, I'm trying to look at the button. It's not going well. Anyway.
Also, the Patreon is patreon.com/Alliance Crossroads. Haley has linked it in the chat for you guys.
Thank you, Haley. So, again, guys, that helps us out tremendously with our operating costs throughout the year to keep us on the road to get all of these wonderful other chapters shot, produced, and edited and put up so you guys can see what kind of Alliance chapters out towards you. So, as we rounded up and finished up the Renn Faire, I was doing this entire email chain.
I mean, it was all the YouTube staff staring at these phones is this real? Are we being scammed? By
time Friday the Renn Faire happened, the email turned into plane tickets.
Yes.
And then we knew it was real.
Yeah, we were like, oh.
Because I saw the receipt for those plane tickets. Because they flew me that Tuesday to LA.
Los Angeles.
So from Sunday night closing the Renn Faire to Monday morning flying to LA, doing an interview with Anthony Padilla. Doing an interview with Anthony Padilla and having an absolute blast. Fly out to LA. I've flown tons of times, done that whole bit.
Tab had to Uber for the first time.
I had to Uber for the first time because usually I either rent a car or drive.
Yeah.
Or, I was flying in the military and somebody was coming to get me anyway. So we get there and I'm at the hotel. It's a cool hotel. And I I get up in the morning and I have the LARP bag with all of my boffers and stuff because they asked me to bring them. And so I'm standing outside waiting for this Uber Black that they sent.
Okay, Mr. President.
Yeah. So like now there's four black trucks parked outside with very professionally dressed guys
the other Uber
sat in them. So I'm standing there being, me. And they're sitting in there being them. And we're both looking at each other being like, no, there's no way that's for me. And they're looking at me going, no, there's no way I'm for him. Turns out I was one of theirs. So I got in the Uber and drove out into the hills of California to a cool little studio and had an absolute wonderful time on being interviewed by Anthony Padilla on his show, and it was magical. They do so many little things that I hope we can grow to do like
I hope you took
tenth
notes.
of. I did. And I was unabashedly, unashamedly, looking at all their tech, talking to their wonderful crew. Each and every one of them were absolute dolls. But even with a big crew like that, the little things. And if I'm outing anybody, I'm sorry, but Anthony came and met me from the car. He didn't send somebody to come and get me. He walked out, stood in the rain until I got there, and walked me down, and just had a little bullshit session. It was cool. It
Very
really
humanizing.
Yes,
for a celebrity.
Very much so. And I didn't feel that that big so they really helped put me at ease. I said some dipshit hayseed stuff though. I hope that they are kind.
They edit it out.
Yeah. But even before they went live, they're doing the mic thing to me, and I'm like, hey man, how much do I owe you guys for that coffee? And the guy just looks at me like, what? Well, the coffee that you guys got me because we, Starbucks order this morning. And he was like, no, nobody's even asked me that before. That's weird. And then Anthony comes up behind me. He's like, dude, you owe me the interview. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm here to work. Right. You're the talent.
Yeah, I was the talent. So we had an absolute blast. Again, I think the episode will go live on his channel. And again, you're welcome for the bump, Anthony.
Yeah. All 300 of our subscribers will be watching that video.
Yep. So go ahead and check out that video. And Anthony, you're welcome for the rub there, buddy. No, but the opportunity for us to get on such a larger market channel, I am incredibly nervous that I represented us as a community as best that I could, being, this. But I had a great time. And I think we were able to speak on some of the more macro issues that LARP actually deals with from time to time that you wouldn't immediately think, oh, that's LARP too. So, being able to speak about larger social issues and how they're intertwining with this game that we play, and how it is allowing us to, I guess for lack of a better terms, dip our toes into the shallow end of whatever that different thing for us is. Someone with a completely different upbringing and point of view. If you travel 2,000 miles, things are going to change a little bit around you, right? Mm-hmm. So it's been an amazing period of growth for me this entire year, because we wrapped up our shot. So I came back from I basically floated back from California.
Yeah.
I was on air. Again, a very, very fun time. We had a great interview, and then we spent the last half hour or so fighting on his deck because it was raining, so we couldn't go into the lawn. So I did a little basic new player training with him, and hopefully they caught some of that fun stuff on video.
And he's gonna live forever on our shelf with our gnomes.
Oh, also, yeah, one of those little cool touches they had. They got this cool. So they have this old school Polaroid camera on set there, and they take 2 photos, right? And this is mine.
There's a ring light in there.
Yeah, gotta love that. So that's mine. And he has one. And he has a board on their backstage that has a Polaroid of every single guest that he's had on.
That's cool.
And yeah, man.
So
and
cool.
there were so many other things that on that set that were just like, you can tell that it grew up around them and they grew up with it. And like, I know that it's like, they're a 6 million plus subscriber channel.
Yeah.
I know what we are and I know what they are. No delusions of grandeur here, but to even see what the next 50 levels up from us doing the same type of stuff, though. A little team producing something that they're passionate about in this medium. It really it inspired the heck out of me. You know, we updated the studio a little bit. I hope you guys like it. So from there, again, we're going to give this place a plug. And once that, they told us that around the 19th of December is when it's supposed to go live.
Oh, but don't worry, we'll post about it.
Yeah, you'll hear about it.
Multiple times, I'm sure.
You can hear my chair now? Yeah, that's the directional mic, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not farting that much. I'm farting half that much.
I think it's because we're rubbing arms. We're just really close together.
Chair arms. Yeah, we're still working on the studio feng shui. We'll tune.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, seriously.
This time we picked lights.
Lights and layout. Lights and layout. So, I can't believe I just used the live stream feed to see if I had something in my teeth. 26 minutes in.
Unhinged.
26 minutes in, I'm like, oh no. So
this is us after our season ends. This is kind of what you get.
Yeah, guys, this has been a rip-roaring year. We did 16 shows on the road.
Is that counting the con?
I think so.
I thought we did 17.
Maybe 17 or 18. I don't even know anymore. We shot for 20. I know we didn't make a hard 20.
I think it was 17 with the con.
Yeah, but it was a lot of on the road between March and November. So that's 10 months? No, 9 months? One of those months. Numbers.
Don't make me count.
Yeah, seriously. I've been counting damage all year.
I'm done.
So we get back, and then we have a closer, and then I have a closer to run that weekend. Yeah. So we go into the Crossroads.
Yeah, we still do
closer. Stuff. Yeah. So this is a wonderful shot of the early AM on Saturday on the Crossroads site. We had a record-breaking closer. We had the most people ever.
So cool.
Yes. A heck of a turnout. Yeah. And again, you're not going to see this video until probably April. So this is a wonderful preview of an excellent sunrise of the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee.
Doing what they do best.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why that place is so beautiful and is renowned for that beauty. That's Crossroads, baby. So
those of you who sleep in don't get to see this.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning.
Yeah, just get up at 6 like me.
Yeah.
So all the fog in the valley, it was a great time closing up the season and getting through it. We ran 4 games this year while integrating this road show into it. It's fun to be past the finish line.
It is. I learned a lot from this season that I hope to digest, regurgitate, and then mold to continue to teach myself how to run a plot team. Herding cats is an understatement when you're running a LARP, but I learned a lot, and I think it was a really good season. I got a lot of constructive and good feedback, so I'm taking everything I've been told in stride and letting it marinate over the season break to come back even stronger next year for the Crossroads folks.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We had 3 props planned for this event.
Guess how many of them worked?
1 out of 3 ain't bad. It's kind of not great. But,
it's not great,
but we have this prop here for you guys that weren't here.
Oh, yeah, those that missed the game. It is officially a favorite. It will be coming back. It will be coming back with friends. And that is a threat.
Dun, dun.
What you can't see is the jungle gym we have to get through to get into the
There's
studio.
wires everywhere. Dun 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 dun. So that was the goblin's new weapon of massive destruction.
Yes.
The giant stuffed fish. Yes, the fish. Fish. It is the only prop that we could fit in this room, so there's that.
Yeah.
But that just means that those props will be ready for the closer next year. We got them figured out. Yes.
Opener.
The
next
opener.
Year.
Yes.
Yes.
And the closer. They'll be at both.
I mean, yes.
I guarantee it. So.
Don't make promises we can't keep down.
Listen, you spend that much money on a prop, it's getting used. Even if it's in a mod, it's getting used. So, that's just the way things are, folks. So, here we are. We got a couple of new things in the pipe coming your way that we want to let you know about. One is our dates.
Yes, we did them early.
And before I announce the dates, because that's going to take us a little time for me to read all of these dates, because we have 6 of them this year.
He's trying to kill me. With fun.
Indy is going to check and see if there's any questions from you guys, either in the chat or in the comment section that we asked for you guys.
Scroll. Let me scroll.
She's going to scroll for some questions. So we, at Crossroads, are going to be opening our game March.
Yep.
It's not March 31st. March 3rd.
March 3rd.
March 3rd, 4th, and 5th is our opening game. And the reason why we're going that earlier into March this year is because we handled the cold game better in November.
Yes.
And because of the site upgrades that should happen between now and then, we will handle a cold game even better during that March. So we're going to be opening March 1st. Then we are going to be running March 31st to April 2nd. That is our second game.
April Fool's Day is our second game of the year. So if not all of you are there, I'm going to be very disappointed because I'm going to go ham on some pranks.
Yeah. So that's second. Our third game is May 19th to 21st.
Yes.
That is...
Weekend after Mother's Day.
The weekend after Mother's Day. It is conflicting with Denver, but I think and hope that we're going to be able to do some cool things with Denver that we've never really done before. Yes.
More teasers for next live stream.
The gnomes will certainly love that event, that's sure. Very, very true. So, that's our May game.
We're off for the summer.
We are off for the summer. We are going to have at least one major work day during the summer. Also, we are going to have a shoot weekend.
Yes.
So here's what we're going to be doing season 3, folks. We are recruiting. So
a lot. A lot.
So just to give you guys like a scope of this, and for the Padilla viewers that are joining us, welcome. Because this is the first live stream that you guys are going to see before the live stream that goes on after the Padilla episode. So the Padilla bump is going to hit us, and it's going to hit us. Like, we've done a little research.
A statistical thing,
we've done a research. When numbers get that big, we kind of know what's coming. So we're going to get a bit of a bump in the next month, guys. And that is huge because it's a nationwide bump.
It's an international bump.
It's a pretty big, it's a pretty big deal.
It's a pretty big deal.
Pretty cool. You know, it's not like, you know, we can't quit our jobs or anything like that. But it's given us that bump, guys. It's given us that bump. And it's just more... little bit of snow on that snowball as it grows down the hill, and before you know it, you're getting flown to LA in a week. Who knows?
As it has been dubbed in the chat, the Anthoning.
The Anthoning. So we're going to get that bump, and we are going to be adding some things, and we need people to help us do those things. We need help from you and the Alliance, and I'll be talking to the Alliance senior leadership over the coming months on how we can get you guys some incentives to help us out, be it being a regular contributor of your own footage, or basically helping us out while we're on your site.
Pick up a camera, put it on your body.
Like
run around.
Straight up giving you guys like, hey man, you want to run a camera for half the event? Here's what the Alliance has agreed in Dragon Stamps that is worth, because it is a hard job. It's a lot of work, and the more cameras that we can get rolling during our shoots with people that have them on them that are playing the game, we're finding that that's where those like. And the bean.
The bean says you should help out.
The bean knows you should help out. Hello, Jeannie Bean.
She always has to say hi.
Come here. Yeah, okay.
I'm right. Chopped liver.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. So, guys, we need help. We're going to be not only recruiting staff members locally for the Alliance, but anybody else who wants to help out, let us know, man, because we are looking to grow. I've learned editing in the past month.
I'm learning editing over the next month.
Yes, you very much, Rose, you very much can. The cool thing about Alliance LARP, Rose, is that when you go to one of our games and you tell us, hey, this is the type of game I'm looking for, we will do everything we can to give you that experience. We cannot guarantee 100% of the time that will happen, but as far as people who do not want a more physical combat, they can be pages, which is a verbal way to play the game without getting physically involved. So yeah, it is super, super cool to do. And guys, we need help with the staff. Help us out. We're looking to increase our ability to pick people up on our way.
Yes.
So during the next couple of live streams, we will actually be announcing our planned visits. And then in my head, what I'm hoping to do is like basically draw them, because most of our routes when we drive them, they're on these things called interstates. So if you can get a place and park, for a day on the interstate, we can pick you up on our way to a place and then drop you off on our way back. So that's something that we're working on.
It's like these big roads that connect all the states together in like a straight line. It's weird.
Who knew?
Kind of weird.
So we were at May. The next, so after our
summer break,
we're doing work days and shoot weekend. So one weekend we are doing nothing but shooting shorts, skits, ads, and promotion material. The intention is to, beef up a different version of this, to, again, increase our reach and scope. Also, to get a little fun happening there and shoot some fun stuff where we have more and more, like, ability just to kind of expand upon a theme when at a LARP, you can't tell somebody to do it again so you can get a better angle.
Yeah.
Or like stop and do it over. It doesn't.
If you do that whole big montage, they just did again.
Yeah. So after our summer break, which is not going to be a break, we are going to go back live on September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th that weekend. Our fifth event is going to be the weekend of October 20th. 21st and 22nd. And then our closer is going to be, as it always is, the week after the 2023 Appalachian Renaissance Fair.
Yes.
It will be November 10th to 12th. That will be our closer. So those are the Crossroads dates. That's right, we're doing 6 this year. The awesome thing about Season 3, guys, that I'm so excited about, and like we're not even like halfway through producing Season 2. We just got done shooting Season 2. So Season 2, whatever they say in the industry, it's wrapped. It's wrapped. It's a wrap.
Now we're in post forever. But that means that you guys are going to have new, fresh videos over the winter when there is no
Yeah,
games.
exactly. So we're going to keep you updated, and like our next batches from when like it was the hottest game we had all year in Chicago.
Yeah.
So we can't wait to show you guys what's going to happen next week. So like that episode should drop this weekend or next weekend.
Yes.
Probably next weekend, I would imagine, because we're trying to get
This is going live this weekend on the channel.
Yeah, it's live right now.
Well, it's gonna.
We're live right now.
You didn't tell me there were people here.
Oh, no. So, those are our dates. We had a great time. It was a blast.
It was exhausting in all the best ways possible.
You got some questions for us?
I do not. Everybody's having a great time. Other than Rose's question of creating a character that does not have to battle.
Okay.
That's the only question we saw in the chat.
Beautiful. So, questions aside, guys, we got we're going to add something to Patreon. We're working, like, we prototyped it. It's going to be exclusive content.
Yep.
It's going to end up coming to the YouTube channel eventually, but Patreon's going to get a first crack at
access.
it. Early access. So we are going to be adding early access content that is in a different medium. So, it is our intention to get our patrons VR content.
Yeah, you guys get to be our little guinea pigs. So if there's any issues, we hear it from the Patreon first.
Yep. So, and if it turns you into, like, robot assassins,
we
then,
are not responsible.
Yeah, sorry.
If this turns into Sword Art Online, not responsible. Not our fault.
So yeah, the idea is, so we got a couple that I shot when we first got the 360 camera, but we couldn't figure out how to edit the footage, and the footage was huge because it's 3D. So what we're going to try to do, and we have a couple of things shot now, and we figured out how to edit it a little bit. We're going to cut together, I think we have a Jeep ride, a mini bike ride, and hopefully a hike on the Crossroads site. Okay?
It's going to be kind of, think about those 3 house tours you can go on. It's like that, but the Crossroads site.
Yeah. So what I'm going to try to do this coming year on all the sites that I visit, because I always get up early on Saturday and do all the drone shots, right? I'm walking the site anyway. Why don't I just put something on my head with the 360 cam and make sure I have a route of the major places on the site? That way, I'll just be like this in the shot, but if you look around, you'll get a site tour. So that's what we're going to be doing for each and every one. So we'll be putting it on Patreon so the Patreons can see it early and get access to it, and then we will just start rotating them onto the YouTube channel, and then the YouTube channel will eventually have VR footage as well.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it.
Very excited.
I really like the fact that we are expanding our capabilities and our production values and everything that we're doing here to get bigger and better. It has been a heck of a year.
Yes.
A heck of a run. I know that we're going to get as many, if not more, shoots in next year.
Yes.
And here's why. We got 6 games instead of 4.
Yep. So that's already more for us.
We didn't have Atlanta live last year.
We didn't.
So we're going to have Atlanta close by that we can get to. And that will have us. So Atlanta will be our first show of season 3.
Yes.
And we will be going to Atlanta on January 20th.
Come with us and invade Atlanta January 20th to the 22nd. Crossroads invades Atlanta. We're coming for you, Kelly.
Yep. We're going to go check out and help out Kelly's, I guess that'll be their 3rd game? Maybe 4th?
That is their 2nd game. 2nd full weekend.
Yeah, full weekend. Full weekend.
3rd game total.
Yep. I'm hearing nothing but good stuff from them.
Yeah.
And they had a huge game, like one of the bigger games in the Alliance, as their chapter opener.
Like, 70 people, I heard? Yeah.
Right out of the gate. I guess
what you get when you get big city.
Without a doubt. And
Kelly's superpowers.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting chapter hoppers from their chapter before their chapter was open.
Yeah. You're like, how'd you find us?
It was great. So we're really looking forward to the entire southeast sector of the Alliance game growing next year. And I cannot wait to get that out there. And guys, if you really want to, so I was doing some math about this Padilla stuff, obviously.
I thought we said we weren't doing math. Betrayal.
Dang it. So if he has 6 million subscribers, And we have, how many?
306.
306, okay.
300 and something.
306. Okay, guys, subscribe to Anthony's site so we can help him out, because obviously...
Obviously, yeah. He's gonna notice that bump.
He needs the bump. But, yeah, guys, it was a great time, and I hope I did you guys right, and I hope that we come across well. I know I wasn't the only LARPer that they talked to. I think it was one of their group deals, so I might have been the boring old man that they talked to. If I get cut out of it, I'm sorry. I did my best. Hopefully, it'll come across how much fun we had, because that's what I remember, having a blast with a really cool bunch of people, which I hope you guys had tonight with us. So if there is nothing else that we want to get to tonight, I think I have my check marks all checked.
I think we're good. For just Serenity's sake, again, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/Alliance Crossroads. If you are interested in staffing at Crossroads, keep an eye on the Facebook. If you're in the Discord, keep it on the Discord. I will be posting more information there. We're looking for general staff members, plot members, YouTube members, camera people, a whole 9 yards. There will be a list.
Indeed, indeed.
And then come see us for our opener in March. I'll be posting those dates on the Discord and Facebook tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Come see us out at our events. Go out to a LARP event near you, an Alliance event near you. Guys, it is a great time. It has been an absolute blast visiting the chapters that I could get out to this year. I want to do more next year. We are already building our schedule. So get your schedules out there, and hopefully I'll see you at your local Alliance game. That being said, we're going to have a work day sometime in December for our local folks here to hopefully help out the large construction crew get some big work done on the site. Stay tuned. We are going to hopefully at our next live stream. December 21st is our next live stream, where it will be hopefully
post Padilla.
2 days after Padilla. We're thinking of doing like a live,
like a viewing party,
like either a viewing party or like, I don't know.
Like, we're going to live stream the video and chat about it. Tab can give us some, like, insider comments when stuff happens.
Yeah. Yeah, this is when I screwed up and they had to cut away because I said something stupid.
Don't you all want to know that information? I do.
No, it was really a blast. And, guys, anytime that you can get out there and speak positively and intelligently about this wonderful hobby, I implore you guys, if you get a chance to talk to local media about what you do, try to get it macro, and that means see the bigger picture. They're going to want to talk to you about your character. And guys, as LARPers, we love talking about our character.
Yeah.
But to market this game and to get people to play it, we have to get them to think about their characters. And how we do that is talking about the broader scope things and what it does for people.
Wisconsin was featured on NPR for their last Castle event.
Yep.
Another fantastic macro talking about LARP as a whole.
Yeah, and I got interviewed for that too. I think I have.
You did. You have a nice picture on there, a little online article.
Ooh, I was like mid battle, and I was all like,
you were, yeah.
It was all.
Give him the smolder.
Yeah, giving real smolder. So it was a blast playing up in Minnesota. It was a blast NPCing every other place that we went this year, from the small games to the absolutely enormous ones. Every single one of you, and we're gonna gush about you during the entire off season because we already miss you guys.
We miss you.
If we can grow this. If we can continue this momentum, guys, it's going to be an amazing couple of years, and I cannot wait to go on this ride with you. So, if we see you in Atlanta, we will see you on January 20th at their opener. If not, we will see you at our next live stream on December 21st. Until next time, guys, let somebody know who doesn't play LARP that the best thing about LARP could be them. See you next time, guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye.